Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green hills, lived a wise old man named Ansel. Everyone in the village admired him for his wisdom and kindness. One day, a young boy named Leo came to Ansel. But Leo always felt jealous of others. He thought his friends had better toys, nicer clothes, and more fun than he did. "Why am I never happy?" Leo asked. "Everyone else has more than me." Ansel smiled and invited Leo to take a walk with him. They walked through the village until they reached a big old tree. Under its shade, Ansel began to tell a story. Once upon a time, there were two friends, Ravi and Simi, living in a village. Ravi was rich and had a big house and lots of land. Simi had a small house and worked hard to make a living. They were good friends despite their differences. One day, a severe drought hit the village. The crops failed and water became scarce. Ravi, being rich, stored all the food and water he could find, thinking it would last him through the drought. Simi, even though he had little, shared what he had with his neighbors, believing in helping others during tough times. As days went by, Ravi's supplies started to run out, and he felt lonely and anxious. No one visited him or helped him because he had kept everything for himself. Meanwhile, Simi, though he had less, was surrounded by friends and neighbors who supported each other by sharing what little they had. Eventually, the rains returned, and the village started to recover. Ravi realized that his wealth had not brought him happiness or security. Instead, it was Simi's kindness and the strong community bonds that made life richer and happier. Ravi learned that true wealth comes from sharing and caring for others, not from hoarding things. Ansel looked at Leo and said, "You see, Leo, happiness isn't about having more than others. It's about appreciating what you have and sharing it with those around you. Jealousy only brings sadness, but kindness and generosity bring joy." Leo listened carefully and understood the lesson. From that day on, he tried to appreciate the good things in his life and to share with his friends. Slowly, he found himself much happier, and the jealousy that once filled his heart began to fade away. And so, Leo learned that true happiness comes from being content and generous. This lesson changed his life and brought him closer to others. The end.